The Tobalt Award Selection Committee is coming right here to New York?
Yes, some of them have already arrived.
To win the Tobalt Award is the dream of every scientist.
Yes. And you know, I've got a hunch that for the first time in 75 years, we're finally going to have an American winner.
What an honor to be selected.
And what a story. Here are some pictures of the first recipients of the award. And here are stories of the award ceremonies. Study those. And here, this is Ketya here. This is Reichman. These are the first two members of the committee to arrive in New York. They're staying at the Blackwell. This is Dr. Carl Benson. He's the chairman of the selection committee. Now, we're going to split up our forces. Howard, you and Lazare will take Smith and cover Professor Kaplan. And Parker, you're going to meet Charlie at the Institute for Genetics Research. Dr. Moon has his lab there. Are there any questions? No? All right, then let's get going. Well, Parker, what are you waiting for? Personal invitation?
No, I was just wondering, isn't there supposed to be some kind of animosity between Dr. Moon and the Tobalt Committee?
Well, I don't know. Why should there be?
Oh, they've passed him over year after year for 5 years now, and he's certainly well qualified.
Maybe you and Charlie can get an answer to that when you see him at his press conference.
Press conference?
Yeah. He's going to show some of his experiments.
Oh, does that mean he's discovered something new?
Yes. I think he's discovered the power of the press.
Do you know what he was into? Cloning.
What's cloning?
It's a new dance that Parker's going to teach me. What did you want?
To remind you that you're due downstairs in 5 minutes for the layout meeting.
Layouts, of course. Yes, excuse me. Don't be late, Parker.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Jameson. I'll be there.
Pete, what is cloning?
Well, it's a process in which body cells reproduce by division. It's a form of asexual reproduction.
Oh, what?
You know how we have two parents and get some of our personality from each one?
Yeah.
Cloning would produce offspring from just one parent, so there'd be only one personality.
You mean I could have a baby all by myself and it would be me?
Theoretically, yes.
I don't think that's such a good idea.
You know something, Rita? Neither do I.
Arbarians.
Dr. Ketya, Dr. Reichman, please, Can't the distinguished members of the Tovald Committee do anything but quarrel?
How can one quarrel with a man that has the taste buds of a...
No, no. Unless you want to stay up here and starve, I suggest... Oh, my list. I promised the manager I would bring him a list of the full committee. I must have left it in my room. Please excuse me. You go ahead. I'll meet you in the dining room.
Oh, no. We will wait.
No. You go ahead. I'll see you in a minute.
Fish eggs.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Please bear with me. You won't be sorry. If my experiment goes well, you'll have a story that'll push everything else off the front page. Bear with me a moment while I make a few minor adjustments. I'd like you to meet my partner in this endeavor.
What? Your partner?
A member of the Order Salientia.
Family Ranidae.
That's correct, young man.
It's Parker. Peter Parker.
Weren't you in one of my classes at the university?
Yes, sir. Zoology 422.
Now I remember.
What is this, a family reunion here?
Now, this is a blood cell my partner kindly donated a few hours ago. I prepared the cell by bombarding it with radiation. In a moment, I shall place this cell in the incubator you see here, and within a very few hours, this single cell will grow into an exact duplicate of its donor.
You're talking about cloning.
I said what you're about to see will make traditional cloning obsolete. This cell will reproduce without a substitute mother, as you call it. The only mother the frog I'm about to create will ever know is this incubator. Present and future. Questions?
Dr. Moon, the Tovall Award Committee is arriving from Europe in a couple of days to decide whether an American scientist should be awarded a prize this year.
Correct.
Now, for the past 5 years, they have ignored you, haven't they?
To be honest, I would welcome a visit by the award committee. And should they pay me such a visit, I may have a few surprises for them that would make this experiment in frog cloning look like child's play.
Dispatch, this is Patrolman Riley at the Hotel Blackwell. Captain Barbera's on the scene. He's requesting a team from the lab and an elevator inspector.
Got it. Tell the captain they're on their way. Riley, is it a bad one?
Yeah, real bad.
File a report and let me know.
Dr. Ketja and Dr. Reichman were the first members of the Tovald Committee to arrive. I was just taking them. They are lucky to have survived.
They're very lucky. What's your function on the committee, Miss Benson?
My grandfather is chairman. He sent me on ahead to make the necessary arrangements.
Captain.
Excuse me. What? So that's it? The cable just broke?
A 1 in a million accident. We just inspected this elevator 3 days ago.
Hey! No pictures. Parker, what are you doing here?
Well, Captain, I picked up the message on the police channel. And there's something about that
I
cable.
said no pictures. I'll call a press conference when I'm ready. Here, go play someplace.
You know what you can get Mr. Jameson for his birthday? A big silver platter. Because he wants to put your head on it.
What did I do?
Parker!
What's going on?
Why should I tell you and spoil all his fun?
Hello, Mr. Jameson.
Not one picture here. Not one lousy picture.
Sir, there are 3 rolls of pictures here of the cloning experiment.
Frogs? Frogs are page 2 news, Parker. Elevator crashes are page 1. Now, where are your pictures of the elevator crash?
Oh, well, Captain Barbera exposed all my film.
Parker, you listen to me, and you listen good. Now, if you insist on sticking your nose in where you haven't been assigned, and that's what you did when you went to that hotel, then I expect pictures from you, and I don't care how you get them. Barbera, no Barbera, you understand?
Sir, how am I supposed to...
Don't ask me how, that's your job.
I did my job when I got the pictures of the cloning experiment.
Frogs! When you've seen one frog, you've seen them all. Action, violence, elevator crashes. That's what sells newspapers. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
I hope so. Now, the Science Foundation is throwing a costume ball to raise money for their scholarship fund. The guests of honor are going to be members of the Torvald Committee. But don't you bring me any pictures of old men with beards. Beautiful people. Romance. Glamour. That's what sells newspapers.
I thought you just said that violence and action sells newspapers.